$249. That's what a new pair of AirPods Pro costs you. And right now, yours are sitting in a sink, or a toilet, or a washing machine, or a puddle. And the next 60 seconds decide whether you just lost them.
You came here in panic mode. Good. Stay there for 30 more seconds while I tell you something important.
Almost every instinct you have right now is wrong.
Shaking them dry. Wrong. Blowing water out. Wrong. Hair dryer. Wrong. Rice? Apple has officially told you not to do that. Plugging them in to charge, that's the one that finishes the job. This is the protocol that actually saves them. 7 steps, in order, starting from the second you pull them out of the water.
Here's the thing nobody tells you when you buy AirPods. None of them are waterproof.
Not the basic AirPods, not the AirPods Pro, not even the AirPods Pro 3, the ones with the brand new IP57 rating that Apple launched in September of last year. They're water resistant. That's not the same thing. An IP rating is a lab result. It's measured in fresh water at a fixed temperature with brand new seals. None of those conditions match what just happened to your AirPods. Apple says it themselves in their own support documentation. Water resistance is not permanent. It diminishes over time. It diminishes faster if you've dropped them, exposed them to sweat, sunscreen, hair products, or the dozen other things that quietly destroy the seals.
So whatever IP rating is printed on your box, assume it's worse now than it was the day you bought them. Today is the day you find out by how much.
7 steps, in order. Do not skip any of them. Step 1. Retrieve them now. Every additional second they spend submerged is more water finding its way past the acoustic membrane and into the driver chamber. If you're reading this and they're still in the water, close the article and go get them. Step 2. Disconnect Bluetooth immediately. This is the step nobody talks about. If your AirPods were playing audio when they hit the water, they're still receiving signal. An active electrical current through wet circuitry is the worst possible state for any electronic device. Open your phone, turn off Bluetooth, or forget the device entirely. Do it before you do anything else. Step 3. Drain with gravity, not with shaking. Do not shake them hard. The drivers, the microphones, the battery cell, they're all glued in place with adhesives. Hard shaking dislodges them. What you actually do is hold each AirPod with the speaker grill pointing straight down toward the floor. Then tap it gently against the palm of your hand. 3 or 4 taps. Let gravity do the work. You'll see droplets come out. That's what you want. Step 4. Surface dry with microfiber. Use a microfiber cloth, not paper towel, not tissue, not the corner of your shirt. Microfiber because it doesn't shed fibers into the speaker mesh or the charging contacts. Wipe every external surface, the bud, the stem, the mesh, the charging contacts on the bottom, the case if it went in too. Be patient. This is a 2-minute job. Don't rush it. Step 5. Air dry, open, not in the case. This is where most people kill their AirPods. They put them back in the case to dry. Wrong move. The case is a sealed container. Putting wet AirPods inside traps the moisture right next to the charging contacts, and now you've got 2 problems instead of 1. The buds and the case are corroding together. What you do instead is lay them on a microfiber cloth, speaker grills pointing down, in a room with airflow. Lid open. Walk away. Step 6. Wait. This is the hardest one. Apple's official minimum is 2 hours. That's the absolute fastest you should even think about touching them again. But 2 hours is for a splash, not a swim. If your AirPods were fully submerged, the realistic number is 24 hours. If they went through a wash cycle, 48. I know that hurts. Wait anyway. And while you're waiting, do not use a hairdryer, do not use a heat gun, do not put them on a radiator, do not use compressed air. Apple is explicit about this in writing. Heat warps the adhesives that hold the acoustic membrane in place. Compressed air pushes water deeper into the driver chamber. Both of these turn a recoverable AirPod into a dead one. Step 7. Test carefully. After your full waiting period, connect them to your phone. Start at the lowest volume. Play something simple. Listen for muffling, distortion, one side quieter than the other, crackling at certain frequencies. If everything sounds clean, gradually raise the volume. If everything still sounds clean, then and only then put them back in the case.
Now let's talk about the things you've been told to do that will actually make this worse.
Myth 1. Rice. Putting wet electronics in a bag of uncooked rice does not dry them. Rice grains absorb ambient moisture from the air, slowly, and they shed dust and starch particles that lodge in the speaker mesh and charging contacts. Apple has officially told their customers in their own support documentation to stop doing this. The advice is wrong. It has always been wrong. Myth 2. The hairdryer trick. Heat damages the same components water damages. You're trading one problem for another, and the second one is permanent. Myth 3. Blowing into the AirPod to clear water. The intuitive move is the worst possible move. You're pressurizing air through the speaker grill, which pushes any water sitting on the mesh deeper into the driver chamber, right next to the voice coil. Gravity drains. Lung pressure forces. Myth 4. The water eject sound shortcut. The Apple Watch has an actual hardware feature for this. AirPods do not. The third-party shortcuts that play a low-frequency tone through your AirPods can sometimes shake out a residual droplet. They cannot rescue a soaked bud. And here's the bigger problem. Running that shortcut requires the AirPods to be turned on and connected, which means you're sending audio signal through wet drivers. That's the exact opposite of what Step 2 told you to do.
Use it as a final stage clearing trick after they're already mostly dry, never as a first response.
Myth 5. AppleCare Plus covers everything. Sort of. AppleCare Plus for headphones reduces the replacement fee from $89 per bud to $29 per bud. But here's what they don't put in the marketing. Each bud is a separate incident. Damage both buds and the case in one accident, and that's 3 claims. 3 times 29, plus the AppleCare Plus subscription itself. The math only favors AppleCare Plus if you actually use it. Most people don't. Sometimes the protocol doesn't work. Here's how you know. After your full waiting period, the warning signs are clear. One bud sounds quieter than the other. Audio crackles or hisses at low volume. The bud disconnects randomly. The case shows the amber light when it should be green. The bud doesn't charge at all. If you see any of these symptoms, water has reached the internals. The liquid contact indicator inside the bud has tripped. There is no DIY repair path. Apple does not repair water-damaged AirPods. They replace the bud entirely. Without AppleCare Plus, that's $89 for an AirPods Pro replacement bud, $178 if both buds are gone. Compare that to $249 for a fresh pair of AirPods Pro, and at some point, the math tells you to start over with a new set rather than patching the old ones. The standard 1-year warranty doesn't cover liquid damage. It never has. 3 rules, that's it. 1. Empty your pockets before laundry. The washing machine is the single most common cause of dead AirPods. Train the habit, make it part of the muscle memory as locking your front door. 2. Never wear them in the shower. Steam counts as water, sauna counts as water, hot tub counts as water. Pool water counts as worse than water because chlorine actively eats the acoustic membranes from the inside out. The IP rating on the box is tested with fresh water only. Anything else avoids the assumption. 3. Get a case with a carabiner clip or a lanyard. The case usually dies first because it's bigger, easier to drop, and the charging contacts on the bottom are the most exposed component you own. A $2 lanyard prevents a $249 replacement.
The 7 steps, one more time. Retrieve, disconnect, drain with gravity, microfiber dry, open air, wait, test low volume. Do them in order. Skip none of them. And ignore the internet. If this saved your AirPods, the comment section needs to know which step you nearly skipped. Mine would have been the wait. Patience is the hardest part of this entire protocol. Like and subscribe to Headphones Pro Review, and I'll catch you in the next one.